Hello, my name is Bruce Butler, and this is my week 4 uh, Rise self evaluation. So let's start off first with reflect. Um, how did my attitude, logic, and behavior influence my projects? My attitude was one of frustration. Um, Starting off because of, I guess you could say, bad timing. Had some vacations planned that we initially had put off anyway due to COVID, and so when they came about, we had to take them. Actually, had no other option, and of course, just the timing with me taking uh, web design, with it being calling for more involvement, it was a little, just messed up for me as far as the timing in the first week because I got behind and initially kind of cost me, I feel like, a much more better grade than I hopefully can get. I never actually even finished my site proposal. Because I didn't want to get behind with the other stuff. So I started creating a website and, doing the other assignments, so I wouldn't get behind. Um, but overall, still my attitude was one of determination as well, still frustrated. Of course, logically, how I thought was just, was logical. I know that, in order to get, a good result, you had to put good efforts, and I did despite, like I said, a few setbacks of what's going on right now in my life. My father recovering from COVID, and actually again in the third week we had a vacation. Me and my wife took, as a getaway, and so that wasn't too bad. Of course, I stayed up late and took away from my time with my wife, but I was determined and I wanted to try to finish the site and try to get a good grade because I really enjoy this class. I think it's a great class to have in terms of just getting some real world experience and hands-on experience and learning what entails creating a website. Influenced my project really just in terms of just kind of being behind and trying to catch up and trying to do the best that I can to try to get a good grade. If I had to grade my overall performance on a 100-point scale, I would honestly probably give myself like an 80 or 85, because I allowed it to frustrate me. I'm closing out finishing school, and I'm 47 years old. I work full time. I have 3 kids. I take Reiki classes, like, my personal side of my life, doing spiritual work. So, I have a full schedule, and it's quite frustrating. It's not been easy, but of course, it's been refreshing and I guess, it was revigorating. Is that the right word? Because, of course, I am happy with myself of being close to making this accomplishment. So I just want to try to continue to succeed. So I have to be honest with myself because I am a real person and honest with myself. I don't sugarcoat things and make excuses. So I probably could give myself a 80 or 85 for my overall performance. So moving on, in the next step of the rise, self-reflect, is inquire. As I started working on projects, I realized I wanted to know more. As usual, it's been my kind of running theme. Actually, my last couple of self-rise videos is that, again, I want to try to be as proficient and an expert in learning more about Adobe Creative Suite as possible. If I'm able to get this down packed, then I can fully be able to bring my ideas to fruition. That's the frustration thing sometimes, is that even though I am comfortable with some things with Adobe Creative Suite and know my way around a little bit, it's like you get these ideas sometimes, and I still have a lot more to learn. It's a quite complicated program. So again, as I started working on my projects, that's, I realized that I definitely want to learn more about Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Photoshop. Of course, the resources that are available to me are the ones of, lynda.com, YouTube University, Udemy. You have a couple of new sites that are popping up now that educate you and have different courses that you can train on and certify for Adobe Creative Suite and other softwares. Okay. And the next step in the RISE model is suggest. If I had more time, of course, I would have felt like I would have went all out with this project, and fully finding more pictures for my menu. I kind of wanted to get more in depth with a vegan side of the menu, and kind of write up a little bit more stuff, but again, not having enough time. And which brings me to, of course, which is the most frustrating thing about school, and unfortunately, is that, Full Sail isn't accelerated. So it's been times that I suffer, including with this course, in the beginning, with the creativity, with me not being able to come up on the spot right then with a great idea. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to brainstorm. Sometimes it's even taking me a week, and I'm just being honest, and I'm a very creative person, I feel, very confident in that. But at times it takes me a while to come up with a great idea or an idea that I am comfortable with, that I feel like, that would be a great presentation or something, great to present and do. So, yeah, if I had more time, I would definitely went in more depth with my website, and just be more detailed and giving more time and research to certain things that I feel like that would have enhanced it, and helped it be a even more realistic, better project, and what could I have done differently to improve my projects. Well, being funny, I guess I could have called off work. I've done that before. Take a day off to try to get caught up. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. I didn't think of that. I should have. To be honest, I shouldn't have to do that though. Because I should have my time together, which should be fully organized. But unfortunately, again, a few mishaps and things going on in life. Not going to make any excuses, but I have to be honest though too. About a couple of roadblocks that did, unfortunately, not make things quite easy for me at certain times. But I would just research more. If I had the time, I would fully put it into researching more and working on my projects and making them real good. Anyway, moving on to the last step in the RISE self-evaluation is elevate. How will I use this experience in this course in my career? Of course, I think it's a great course again. I will definitely be using this in terms of advertising or promoting myself to be able to, design websites. I feel like this gives me a great foundation in being able to successfully create some websites for clients. So I definitely will be using this in my career, and of course, starting off with the templates, and eventually I would love to learn a little bit more coding to add, more creative aspects or more things that I may creatively come up with. The advice I would give future students in this course would to be actually just make sure that you're organized and definitely have some time put aside to research, and even maybe if you're able to, I guess you can't, unfortunately look and see what's required for some assignments. So I would definitely say, of course, in somebody in my situation that has issues brainstorming or sometimes coming up with things creatively, is to jump on that right away, to start brainstorming, start playing with different ideas. I even read one of my peers or one of our fellow students in this course, he started off in one of his in his feedback saying how it was hard for him as well to come up with an idea, and luckily he had already had the basis of a couple of different websites, he was able to use that. So it made me feel good, like, okay, yes, somebody creatively can relate to sometimes it's so hard with, trying to come up with a good idea quickly. So that's what I would suggest to, future students of this course. Again, give it your best, learn as much as you can. And Elizabeth is a great instructor. I had her before, and I really enjoy her courses. Again, this concludes my RISE self-evaluation. My name is Bruce Butler, and thank you for your time.